Hey folks, welcome to this bonus tonight. I call it Monday night bonus because nowhere on the schedule did we plan it, but last week I said to myself, probably ought to meet with people on Monday night because the market this week has been very interesting at best to watch. And I knew over the weekend I would do a lot of work and maybe we could benefit from that. And I think it paid off today. If you were there with us today at 10 o'clock, great session. And I think that today worked out pretty good. If you listened to me this morning, did you hear me say that I gave you the pivot number? Y'all remember the pivot number I gave you? And then I gave you a target for the day or for I guess the next stop for the S&P. The target was 5639, 5639. We went up to 5633 today. I think tomorrow that 39 to 45 or tonight that 39 to 45 area will be sort of interesting. The other thing I did today that I was pretty excited about was I worked with several of my students, and when I work with those students, uh, I've been really big on futures and trying to get people to join me for futures training, but I took some people that have been with me for a while today and showed them with an option on the mini, how you could make a lot of money. And I did that today, had about, I think, 8 people that was with me. I don't know if any of them's here, but they basically put up $200 and made 100% on their money. So one of the areas I'm going to teach people in my futures training when I get there this Wednesday is how to use options in futures. And so that's a big bonus for people because I didn't know if I wanted to really test it out to see if people would like it. And I guess the comments I got was, "Oh, thanks so much for teaching me this." And I said, "Well, it's part of what I'm going to teach in that 60 days." But that is something that is coming. Okay. And I think we got futures training, Jonathan, on Wednesday. Is that correct? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday at 10, we got futures. So we'll be talking about the micro e-mini and about options. So that's something new that we're going to do, add to it. I just thought I wanted to see if somebody that could grasp the concept and knowing that they trade stock options. I just showed how to do it with futures. And so I don't see any of those people here or anybody said anything if they were there today. But I made a post and said, "Hey, you can buy this." And anyway, it's sort of fun. Now, we're here tonight. I want to get through the slides and cover a few things, and then uh, I'll give you my pivot number that I'm going to be using tomorrow. You can have it early, and then we'll just go back to doing what we're doing tomorrow morning. At 10 o'clock tomorrow, I got my 25-cent training, and then 10:45, I got my connected dots. So we got a couple times I'm live. We'll hear you tomorrow. So I'm trying to stay as close as I can to you as this market is at this particular zone that we got to pay attention. So let's get going. Hope everybody's doing well. Just to make sure everybody can hear me okay, type in where you're signing in from. Will you do that for me? Type in where you're signing in from. Oh, wow. Henry, we're growing in our YouTube. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you say something? Did somebody say something? Hey, Carrie. Yeah, you saw the trade, right? Okay. All right. Well, let's get going. And and we'll just start getting through slides. Risk involved in trading. Hey, past performance is not indicative of future results. Seven Sisters, they keep getting stronger here, 16.81 and 16.69, sort of neck and neck for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 right now. Of course, Dow's up about 8, DAX is up about 9, gold is up 22.63%, and gold is pressing higher, it looks like, after correcting today. Crude's up 2.7%, and bonds, I told you to watch bonds. Do y'all remember the number I told you on bonds was a big pivot number for the week? I gave it to you last night. Anybody remember that number? I said, write this down. It'll tell you how the week's going to go. Yeah, tonight, I got to tell you, bonds have moved higher, and bonds look like they're at the breakout stage. So keep your eye on bonds tomorrow, okay? Keep your eye on bonds tomorrow. That's TLT maybe. All right, my top 10 tickers. I published this on Sunday night, and we really had a lot that fired off. Just off the top of my head, we got a chart after here that shows this, but Berkshire tonight closed at 449.88. So it's a player. NVIDIA. I said if it goes above 125, you ought to be a buyer. It closed at 129. NVIDIA. XLK, I said above 223. XLK is currently 225. It's a player. American Express is a player. 252. QQQ, I said was a player above 477. QQQ's at 481. Not a bad first day. And the SPY at 557.55 on the SPY. Let me see where the SPY is at. 559. So this is probably, okay. Gary said he made 30% on the Berkshire play. Way to go, Gary. But this is probably the best Monday with the 10 tickers I've seen. Jonathan, I don't remember them being that strong, that many qualifying on day one. Do you?
It was a great day, Tom. And, I listened to you Sunday night talking about your expectation for the week, and it sure has started off good and right on your expectations. So looking forward to the rest of the week.
Well, I tell you, it pays to do your homework. That's all I'll say. These were given out Sunday night. Berkshire, NVIDIA, American Express, XLK, QQQ, and SPY all triggered lock. Now, my 10 ticker approach is something I give to people that make it to Sunday night. Who was here Sunday night? I want to get a little feedback. Who heard me talk about these Sunday night? If you're here Sunday night. Now, here's the key, the biggest question. Who took advantage of what I gave you? Who took advantage of what I gave you Sunday night? That is so valuable if you did. You had a great day if you took advantage of what I said. The 10 tickers is a very popular thing that I do on Sunday night. Most people would charge for that information. I give it. All you got to do is really show up and remember when the 10 ticker slide comes up and take advantage of it. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. David said he made 20% on XLK. You want to send me a love letter at tbuzztnt at DTI Trader. Well, it's actually tbuzztnt at gmail.com if you want to send me a love letter. Jonathan, will you type that in there? I'd like to get it. I'd like to hear what you did. Bill, you listened to the wrong fella if you didn't make money on me. You say you had a little trouble. Dave's going the wrong way. Listen to what I got to say. It might save you some money. Now here's a QQQ trade we made today in TNT and in options on the go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good time. Look, real time. You know how long it took to make that money in real time with me? Less than 30 minutes. That's the power of using the DTI approach. Well, you got paid 12%, Mel. He said he had to use a day trade. Oh, Mike, you could have got filled. The timing was perfect. Everybody got filled. You got to figure out what you did wrong. The timing couldn't have been any better on that trade. I told Jonathan, I said, if this thing makes the money in an hour, I want to do a billboard on it because that's pretty impressive. It took 34 minutes. We timed it. There's a little love there where it say, hey, Tom, on trades when I got in late, decided to hold the long. In at 88, got out around 3 p.m. when it started to drop out at $1.24. Way to go, Todd. Using that exercise of learning what I teach. Way to go. You've been with me a while. Way to go, Todd. Congratulations. Little program here. NVDU stock that we hold is up 16.8%. And AAPU up 32%. Still long, those two. Pretty cool, isn't it? Bonus spotlight. This is on our TNT. Now, this is something I started about 5 months ago in TNT. I said, look, let me spend some time after the 8th day of the month and put out 5 stocks that will pay for this TNT for the year. That's what I said at the time. People go, you mean pay the entire year with this one part of TNT? Well, it does it every month, doesn't it? Look at Berkshire, look at NVIDIA. Right there for you. Pretty good stuff. All right, folks, let's talk about the micro E-mini futures and how to make money at night. I believe everyone, first of all, this is my belief, this is my opinion. Let me ask a question. Who here has a futures account or the ability to trade futures? And who doesn't? Man, everybody does. Wow. I hadn't seen anybody say they don't. Well, Bill said he doesn't. Bill, get it, because you're with the, Mike says he doesn't, okay? Robin says she's too scared. Well, you won't be scared if you get educated, okay? Michelle needs it. I believe everybody should have this. There's going to come a night, if you're in TNT, and I'm going to notify you at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, hey, you got to pay attention, action in the market, okay? And you can have one, you can have one with your broker. Most of them carry it now, okay? And but anyway, you ought to get a futures account, I believe. Learn about it. You can learn about futures at cmegroup.com. It's where risk meets opportunity. Great website, great education. And then you add my stuff that I teach you. And that's a great combination to educate yourself with futures. I use the E-mini every day. Let me tell you to use it today. With the pivot number I gave you, I said, if it's above this pivot number, you ought to be long. And if it is long, we're going to 56.39. Well, we went up to 56.33. That's pretty good. That's pretty good work, I think. Okay. And I do that every day. I do it every day. So what is it? It's called the Micro E-mini. You can learn all about it right here. Click that link, copy and paste it, and it will teach you about the details of the micro, which is something they didn't have when I was coming up. But I trade it, even though I trade the big one, I trade that quite a bit. Now, you always trade with a protective stop. You ought to be a day trader when you start out. There's no limit to the number of day trades when trading futures. You can trade 10, 15 times a day with a small account. The margin requirement is basically you post the amount of money for the contract side you do it. Bill, if you want to do options on futures, then get in my futures training and put your name and email, and Jonathan, copy anybody that's interested in joining us Wednesday. What I'm requiring people to do, put $1,000 up, Bill, and I'll give you your money back after 60 days. You don't want to continue trading. Okay? And anyway, if anybody wants to do that, put your name, phone number, and email in there, Jonathan, and make sure somebody calls you and gets you set up under those terms. Did you hear what I said? If you're new and want to get it involved, I'm giving free training for 60 days on futures. And I don't mean that it's free. What I mean is I'll give you your money back if you don't like it. And I'm also going to do some trading and show you the flexibility of having one of these accounts over the next 60 days. And now I've included options on the E-mini or in that training. That's another bonus that I'm adding. So if you want to get somebody to call you and get you set up by Wednesday, we got training on Wednesday, right, Jonathan?
10 a.m. Eastern time, Wednesday morning.
Yep. And so I would tell you, who wants to learn how to make money with a very small amount of money? That sounds too good to be true. Well, I've been only doing it for 40 years. I might as well teach other people how to do it. I had a funny conversation with somebody today. She got in and she made 100% on her money. And I was telling her, I said, look, if you can make 100%, take the profit. I mean, where else are you going to get 100% that quick? Greed has a way of taking you over in futures, and I'll show you how to avoid it. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to show people how to do that. Okay. There it is right there. There's the margin requirements for that. There's a couple people take us up on the offer. Traded on the CME, opens tonight at 8 or 6 o'clock. Trades to tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening at 5. Worth $50 a point. The micro is worth $5 a point. Very small commitment to trade the micro. Remember, go to your broker, get the education they have on executing your orders, and each broker can have different margins and fees. They're really small fees compared to stocks and options, but give you the ability to take advantage of good education. Any questions about futures? Any questions at all about futures? I'm going to teach that, Mike, in the training I do. There's really about 3 type stops I use in futures. One is an arbitrary stop. I like using an arbitrary stock. The other one's a roadmap stop. That's where I tie in the reference bars. And the third is a technical stop. And you can use tools like MTI, stuff like that. MTI is great with futures, by the way. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out to people that we're doing that Wednesday. Now, if you're learning to trade futures, I'm gonna tell you, get in about this time at night when it sets up. I'll show you what a setup looks like, and you'll learn the night market. And it's my opinion, and you got to control your mouse on doing that. Dennis, you need to put your email and phone in there just in case there's another Dennis out there might get confused for Kelly to call you, okay? Now, here's how you read charts. A lot of people spend a lot of time in charts. What I do is I think in three formations: a higher high, a lower low, and a sideways market. Now, this becomes real important when you're looking at reference bars, which are the key times in the 24-hour market. And I find that very important to know these three patterns, basically on a 30-minute time frame. Okay. I look at the daily chart. Now, when I'm looking at the daily chart today, I would want to see higher than 33 on the S&P. S&P is currently trading 56.29. So I'd want to, does everybody understand what I'm saying when I say I want to see higher than Monday's high? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I want to see a higher high if I'm going to go long. Everybody acknowledge that because I want you to learn that. Look at the daily and see if you're making a higher high or a higher low or a lower low. Okay. So if we see a higher high above 33, then we look at the short term. Okay. And that's what a higher high looks like on it right there. If you look at that on the daily, higher high. Then I look at the hourly chart and I want to see the same thing. A higher high. If I've got a higher high on the daily, I want a higher high on the hourly. And that's what it looks like. And then I look at the 30 minutes. Do I have a higher high? So if you can count to three, I can teach you how to trade the futures bar. Higher high, higher high, higher high. When those three match up, you got you a trend. Does everybody understand that simple approach to identifying an entry point? Now, I think about things in this way. When I trade, I want to be on the right side of the trade. This is the way to get on the right side of the trade. Right there. Now, in the Asian time zone, it really goes from about 8 to 12 midnight, okay? No, the current bar has to be higher, Robin. Good question. Simple concept, all three time frames, current price higher, think long. Okay? Now, if you get long, the trade's not over. You got to manage to stop for your protection and trade management. An arbitrary 10-point stop is $50 on the micro. But it can work on well-timed trades. Remember, most of your better trades start out making your money. That's something to look at. Another stop management technique, if you went long and then it reverses and goes below that reference bar, comes a little higher. The reference bar low after going long. Trader is clicking the mouse must understand the risk of any trade. If you don't like the risk, in other words, if it's too many points, you got to pass. And that's usually the biggest reason you stand aside is it's just the risk is too great. But most people, they get used to hitting it and they think they're going to hit it every time, but it's not the same setup. If you don't like the risk, don't take the trade. That's the discipline part of trading. Again, make 5 or 10 points on the trade and exit by midnight. Because at midnight, you got a strange thing that happens. I call it a corrective wave. This is where your stops will get hit or where your market turns on you after midnight. That's midnight Eastern. Review the trade, write down your wins, write down your losses, study your results, and improve. What I like to do is do about 10 trades on an instrument with the parameters to see what my accuracy rate is and how much was my biggest loss. That will tell me what I got to make on the trades I make money to make money. Everybody understand what I'm saying? So you've got 10 trades and I'm right on 8, I'm going to lose on 2. I'll look at the focus of the 2 I lose to determine how much I got to risk. And then I'll look at the ones I've made money on and see how much did I make money on to make sure it's 2 times what I lost. So if I'm losing $1, I want to make at least $2 on the winning trades. A lot of people make a mistake, okay? And when they do, it's because they're taking small wins and big losses. And that's how you're going to lose your money in your account. Study the results. I gave you an outline. It gets more detailed if you join me for futures training. Like I said, if you're interested, put your name, put your email and phone number. Jonathan will get it, okay? And that's what you do. Now, for those that don't know who I am, let me give you a little background. I'm Tom Busby. I'm a former Air Force officer. I've been an active trader for a long time. Former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I have 3 books, Winning the Day Trading Game. I encourage you to get it, read it, and learn it. Markets never sleep, and trade to win. My goal has always been to teach the art of trading by following a process that's simple and repeatable. Some of my students have said some pretty nice things about what I do. And Jonathan, you're capturing all these people that are interested in getting that training, right? Okay. Bill said, watching me trade live for over 12 years, without a doubt, he thinks I'm like Houdini. I can do it with my back to the market because I can look at your eyes and know when to get in and when to get out. I love doing it. If you've ever been live with me in person. Tina is very new. She's come along real fast. I call her a fast learner. She's learned a lot, worked at it. She's going to be somebody that's around for a long period of time. Dave has a few problems. But he got in my T&T program, and guess what? We fixed a lot of his sins through T&T, my T-Buzz Talk and Trade. Daily education, daily wins. You saw the trades we did today. T-Buzz Talk and Trade, what is it? Live trading. I look for live trades every day in T&T. I do a lot of training during the week, sometimes before the market, sometimes after the market. When I see an event, I tell people to keep a notebook, learn from things that I see throughout the seasons of the market. Have a model portfolio I keep up for people who have retirement accounts. Leading stocks that make up it and what we've done. The tickets are easy to read. QQQ, bought a call, in at 85. I think actually in at 84, but we'll take the 85, out at 94 or higher. 12% return on the risk we took. Using $1,000 would have produced $1.20. Better than the bank would have done. This year, I'm focusing on the election. I think that I've got enough experience after 20 years to teach you a lot about how to trade election markets. And we got one this year. In fact, we're sort of under the spell of the election right now. Option blueprint, I told you about it. We put it out on 8th trading day. This alone has a track record that you'd be proud to call your own, and it will take care of you through the T&T. There's Berkshire, where we triggered a 15-20 cent return on it for our first target. Not bad. We do daily market analysis. I think, how many people in TNT love the daily market analysis I do? I do it every day. What do you think about it? Detailed, isn't it? Nice comments. Thank you very much. Nobody does that. I do it. Yeah, coffee with me every morning, isn't it? When I put it out early in the morning, where everybody won't miss a deal. I told people today for the first time in TNT, hey, this baby's headed to 56.39. Looked at. I've seen that I could say that this morning early. I give 5 major stocks each day to focus on that you can find a winner out of, just sort of along the lines of, hey, these stocks are the horses you want to ride. Trader says the TNT market analysis is the best look at the market he's ever found. Trader, that's a nice thing to say. You ought to keep that one, Jonathan. That's a good one. News, I'm a news trader. When there's big news in the market, I'm going to be around. I give key analysis right there in TNT. And proprietary insights. I wish I'd could tell you I had 5 proprietary insights. I probably have 100 of it. When the market shows one of these proprietary insights, I make a big deal about it in TNT. Now, here's a question a lot of people say. They think they got to be there every day. You don't have to be there every day, okay? You can be there when you want to be there. Yes, I teach people about how to trade options the right way, meaning simple, straightforward, and direct. What if you got a full-time job? Absolutely, there's value if you got a full-time job. I'm going to keep you in tune with the trend and tell you what's next. Hey, what kind of success do you have in TNT? Let's take a look. This year, 98 winners, 25 losers, 1 break even, 79% accuracy. Not bad. Average return on the whole time, 4.5 days, 11%. So that means, what does that mean? If I get into a trade and I hold it about 4.5 days, we're gonna start out with 1,000, end up with 1,100. How many people want to be part of that? And you can't procrastinate with me. Leads to indecision, indecision leads to failure. Napoleon Hill said that. Now, think about this. If you invest $1,000 per trade this week, a member, it cost you $550 on day one. If you'd put 1,000 on what I told the TNT people to do. Pretty good stuff, isn't it? Do you have to pay for TNT? Of course, you got to pay for it. But here's the beauty. You can quit anytime and you can get in anytime and out anytime. If it doesn't work for you, get out. It's only a 1-month commitment at a time. Made it as easy as we can for you. Without a doubt, when I've been with people face to face, they love it because of the comprehensive approach I take. And we have our own private Telegram channel. Not a lot of hassle to know what I'm thinking, is it? Let me stop you though and warn you. If you're using Telegram, you can get right to the onboarding process. You can be in there in the next 10 minutes. Talk and Trade Telegram channel. That's it. Once you're in the channel, you'll be able to say everything I put out. So it's your turn. Anybody here want to come on over and be part of TNT? I keep you right posted. Who's going to be next? all the market scoreboard, pre-market. I have bonus live streams from time to time. Alternate asset plays. Yeah, I trade Bitcoin and gold and all those other things in there. And I come up with income trades too for you at the right time. This thing's got everything. We waived the fee of our option blueprint. Right now we do. I'm about to drop that. I think I'm going to drop that. I'm tired of giving that one away, but I'm going to drop it. My goal is to be able to you be on scholarship with me from the first day forward. Scholarship means you're not paying, you're letting those uneducated people pay based off my experience, my ability, showing you how this game works. And then you just keep covering. I only have 5 lifetime spots available, open up for you. Go to dtitrader.com/TNT. If you want a lifetime, take one of those 5, cut it off after 5, take it. There's no complicated trades, Linda. It's straightforward. Do you know how to buy a simple call or you buy a stock? If you know how to do that, you can join TNT. You can call that 904-416-1776, press 1. Michelle says the info was incredible. Nobody talks about it. I hardly ever talk about it. They don't tell you how to go about it. Very clear and concise. I do it all. Glenn says, I'm glad I took one of those VIP spots. Call 904-416-1776, dtitrader.com/TNT. Yeah, I set the target, Mike, when I put the trades on. I don't just give you a trade and leave you hanging out there. I'd say get in. And the beautiful thing about TNT, if you get in my futures in this, I'm going to start putting out some of those option trades in the evening. I'm excited about doing that. You hear what I said? I hope you picked up on that, all you TNT people. You better have the futures training. But I'm gonna do that in the future, I think. Any last minute questions for me? Who's going to join tonight? Tell me if you join in tonight where I can look forward to seeing you signing in, where I can let you in there. And speaking of that, if you do get signed up tonight, I might share a little trade with you. Who knows? We'll see. It's $200 a month, and you can quit anytime, Linda. Thank you, Glenn, for saying that. That's nice. Yeah, if you go on vacation, just tell us. We'll suspend your membership. Then you can call us when you get back. We'll put you back in. It's no problem. All right, Bill said he's joining. All right, Bill. I'm looking forward to working with you. Sounds like you need to join after today, huh, Bill? You know, I sometimes think about it. I sometimes think about things, and I think people are out there, they're trying to make money in the market. No, you don't have to, Linda. No. I said that if you're in the futures class, you're going to be able to take advantage of what I post. Sure, Robin, I'm sure you will be. We have no limits or fences. Yeah, Scott, I think I would. Or I just exit both of them, I think. What do you think? I'm gonna go on the limb. Here's the limb. Y'all want to hear the limb? If you get joined tonight, I'll give you a straight call tomorrow in TNT that will probably come. Oh, by the way, if you join tonight, if you if you join tonight, I'll put out a straight option tomorrow, either a call or put. Jonathan, remind me I said that where I'll do it, okay? Sometime tomorrow, I'm gonna find that magic bullet for everybody that joins tonight. Okay. What to expect next? Once you get in Telegram, get in the channel in the morning, you'll wake up to what I see overnight, my analysis, and where I think the market is headed and what to do with it. Can't do any more than that, can I? Mike, I usually post things real early in there. I'd say about 6:30 to 7, I start posting stuff in TNT. You don't I like to get a good foundation for everybody, no matter what time they wake up. So let's have a little fun together tomorrow. Get in TNT and let's make it dance. Okay? Yeah, the name of the book is The Market Never Sleeps. Oh, yeah, Linda, I give you entries and exits. I leave nothing to chance when we post one. In fact, let me go back to that trade ticket and show you exactly what you expect to get when I do anything, okay? Let me find that sucker. There's one in here. Look at that success rate. I'm proud of that rate. Yeah, right there. Entry, exit, recap, and all that's posted. Option, the ticker, all that stuff. Right there. All right, folks. That's about all I got. If you take one of the lifetime versions tonight, congratulations. Yeah, no guessing here. Sometime between 10 and 2 usually, Linda's when I put out a trade in there if I'm gonna put one out. Well, I don't know what the lifetime is. Go to that dtitrader.com/TNT and you will see. Whatever it is, everybody that bought it says it was worth it. I thought that was pretty good answer. Got a high retention rate in TNT because people love it. All right, I'm gonna let everybody go. Thanks for this little special I did tonight. I'll see everybody tomorrow, 10 o'clock, 10:45, and thanks, Henry. See y'all on the flip side.